but there's no change at the top. Monica.
This month on Kraft Tour Tennis, the big money earners on the tour lend a helping hand, signing up to help charitable causes, giving back to the game which serves them so well. The animated half of the world's top doubles act, Gigi Fernandez, our featured player this month, always talking a good game. Also, a full roundup of all the results from the tour, plus doubles, twice the fun. Welcome to Kraft Tour Tennis Magazine. I'm Bruce Beck. On this month's show, we profile a veteran on the tour who recently reached a major milestone, her 400th match victory in doubles play. We're talking about Gigi Fernandez. We'll have highlights of this month's action, including the only exclusive doubles tournament of the year. We'll take a look at the changes in the Kraft Tour points and find out who's on top. Also this month, the Nagelsen know-how, a tip to improve your play at the net in doubles. And when we come back, we'll find out how the face of women's tennis keeps getting younger. Stay with us. Kraft Tour Tennis Magazine. From schoolroom to superstardom, that's life on the tennis tour these days. Last year, 40% of the tournaments were won by teenagers, as the face of women's tennis continues to change. Today, the young players are fitter, stronger, more powerful, and more competitive. But it hasn't just changed on court. Off court, they each have their support team of parents, coaches, agents, and psychologists who all have their specific role in creating a champion. Jennifer Capriati, coached by her father Stefano, joined the tour at 13 years and 11 months, the youngest ever. She's been marketed and promoted. Her first professional match at Boca Raton, Florida, was eagerly awaited, as agent Bob Kane explains.
Jennifer, we went through the process, and there was so much interest, more interest in Jennifer than any young tennis player I can ever remember. And you know, I've been involved in the beginning of Bjorn's career, and Chris Everett's, and Andre Agassi's, and Mats Wilanders, and a lot of great players. And I've never seen any more interest in a player than Jennifer.
But along with the attention comes the pressure. Pressure to win, to earn money, entertain the fans, and please the media. A tall order for one so young in the tough world of tennis. It hasn't been easy for Capriati. After her dream start on the tour, life now doesn't seem so sweet. Disappointing results on court. And off court, the happy-go-lucky smile is fading as she continues on the whirlwind jet-set lifestyle of a young tennis superstar. The rising star of yesterday is now experiencing the ugly side of success. Recent early round losses at Lipton and Houston have once again prompted criticism.
It's like when you win, everything's great, but then when you lose, it's like, you know, right away they criticize you most, not all, I'm not saying, but most, they criticize you, and they don't really, you know, they just say, oh, it's burnout or whatever, or stuff like that. They don't really consider, you know, how the person might be feeling or whatever.
For now, Jennifer Capriati will continue to make the headlines, good or bad. But it's not just the media who cause the problems. The players' numerous endorsements are often performance-related, so there's plenty at stake during every match.
At 15 or 16 years old, you could be reaching the semis of Wimbledon, and the stakes are very high. And really what got the person there was the sheer fun of what they do. And so you need to keep that in focus, that the game has got to be fun.
One young girl having fun on court is Anna Kournikova, the talented 11-year-old training under the watchful eye of Nick Bollettieri. She has the look and sound of a future champion.
You got to make sure that she doesn't get hurt, that she doesn't blossom out ahead of time, and of course it's going to be kind of difficult to hold that young horse back because she's so good. So having him so good at a young age is good and bad, but that's the way the sport seems to be developing.
The sport's tough on the super kids, but it's also tough on the parents, who are often the driving force behind the talent. Venus and Serena Williams, the new kids on the block, look to join the pro tour at age 14, but their father believes that may be too early.
They shouldn't come out that early. It's too hard on the families. It tears the family to pieces. And we are a great family. And bringing the girls out late or later, it'll be better all around for the family, for the girls, for tennis.
For a teenager whose life has always been tennis, results matter, and the pressure to succeed continues to build. This year, the Teenage Takeover on Tour will once again provide its champions in their never-ending quest for excellence. But it'll be a rough road ahead for the young superstars of today and tomorrow.
It's a shame that tennis players, particularly the women, get good so young. Because it's really hard to handle all that when you're also going through, puberty and high school and dating and things like that. That's a tough thing to do in front of millions of people.
From the pressures of being a teenager on the tour to being an accomplished veteran, we meet Gigi Fernandez next.
Now, Sports Illustrated brings you all the thrills of the Cowboys' super season. This sensational new video, Cowboys Super Bowl Champions. It's free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated, the best way to get inside the action for over 24 million readers. How about them Cowboys? The boys are back, so call this toll-free number now and let Sports Illustrated make sure you're with them every step of the way on their run to glory. Call now and you'll also get this special commemorative issue free with your paid subscription. It captures the Cowboys in championship style. And get 54 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.39 an issue. Save over 52% off the cover price. For quicker delivery, use your credit card. Your 2 free gifts give you the thrills of the past year.
Dallas, your Cowboys are the champions.
Sports Illustrated gives you the great moments yet to come. Nobody's into sports like Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
The Giants, a team of power led by Barry Bonds. The Expos, a team of speed led by Marquise Grissom. Tomorrow night, leading off ESPN's Friday night doubleheader. The young and the not-so-young join 2-time Olympic gold medalist Roger Kingdom in the biggest track and field meet in the world, the Penn Relay Carnival. Saturday afternoon at 4 Eastern, live on ESPN.
Natalia Zvereva and Gigi Fernandez have been the most successful team over the last 2 years. But at the recent doubles-only event in Saddlebrook, Florida, not even Gigi Fernandez herself realized the double significance of her first-round match.
I heard before I played my first-round match at the Light and Lively that if we won that, it was going to be my 4th career win, and I was going to reach $2 million in prize money. And I was kind of shocked that I'd won so many doubles matches and that I was going to win $2 million. I had no idea.
The Fernandez phenomenon has been founded upon smart strategy and devastating serve and volleying, never more in evidence than at Wimbledon. The records are not just financial for Gigi Fernandez. She and her partner, Natalia Zvereva, have had a remarkable string of doubles successes. In 1992 alone, the pair were victorious at Wimbledon, the French Open, and the U.S. Open. In the final of this year's Australian Open in Melbourne, Fernandez and Zvereva were competing to become only the second doubles team in history to win all 4 Grand Slam titles consecutively. But for all that, Fernandez insists the pressure did not get on top of them down under.
I think we're toughest at Grand Slams because we rise to the occasion. We get pumped for winning Grand Slam titles. And the choking factor comes into play. When we're playing a tournament in Timbuktu and we're playing, anybody, we're supposed to win. We have all the pressure. But when we're playing at a Grand Slam, it plays more in their head that, oh my God, they're beating the best team in the world at Wimbledon final, So I felt that, some of the teams we played and in some of the finals perhaps were more nervous than we were.
The glamour and rich rewards of the tennis circuit are a far cry from the streets of San Juan, where Gigi Fernandez was born and raised. Although she represents the United States in international competitions like the Olympic Games, in which she won doubles gold last year, Fernandez is the only professional female athlete to come from Puerto Rico, and she didn't turn pro until the unusually late age of 19.
When I was growing up, I didn't have anybody to look up to as a female professional athlete. It's your typical Latin macho society where women are supposed to get married, have kids, and, tend to the house. And so women are now beginning to be more career-oriented, but there's still another step between being career-oriented and having that career be a professional sport.
Being a successful professional is not enough for Fernandez. She also wants to entertain and is always good value to watch. There's not much that gets past Gigi, and she admits she owes a lot to her Latin temperament.
For me, it's healthy to let out my anger once in a while. Like to hit a ball out of the stands is not the greatest behavior in the world, but I believe it helps me. I believe letting out anger allows me to continue, get off it and continue playing. And if I go too far, I'm not proud of myself. But if I hit a ball out of the stands or whack a ball into the net and I'm not going to hurt anybody, then I believe for me it's the best thing to do. I was in Philadelphia last year in New York. I got the point at both, which is very unusual. I rarely get to that stage. But I just couldn't control myself for some reason. And then when I got the bill, it was like $2,000. I had to pay $2,000 for throwing my racket. And I thought, God, it's not really worth it.
Gigi Fernandez rarely fails to cause a stir. A cousin of the late Oscar-winning actor Jose Ferrer, she has movie star good looks and brains to match. At 29, she's a relative veteran of the tour and knows exactly what she wants from life and how she's going to achieve it.
My success now is due to the fact that I learned how to control myself and my emotions. I don't think I would have ever won 4 Grand Slams in a row if I can keep a cool head under pressure. For me, I was always going to play till I was 30, and then I was going to get on with my life. And then when I played Barcelona and won the gold, I decided that I was going to play till 96, so I could hopefully try to defend the gold in Atlanta at home, which would be great. So I'm definitely playing till I'm 33 or 32, and then after that we'll take it 1 year at a time.
Next, we'll see who has been taking home the trophies on the tour this month.
Introducing Capio, iced cappuccino, new from Maxwell House. Capio Mocha, a splash of chocolate flavor. Capio Cinnamon, an unexpected twist. Capio Coffee, smooth and refreshing. So many tastes, so little time. New Capio. The thrill is the chill.
The 3M Filtrete Clean Air Filter gets more of the small stuff that's in your air out. Stuff an ordinary furnace and air conditioner filter would miss. Like more of the dust. More of the pollen and mold. More of these particles that could irritate your allergies. It even gets more animal dander. Try the Filtrete Clean Air Filter. It gets more of the aggravating things in your air out. Even smoke. Look for the 3M Filtrete Clean Air Filter wherever you buy furnace or air conditioner filters.
Despite fracturing a finger in her right hand, Stop 15 was the second win of the year for Spain's Conchita Martinez. And a double delight in sunny Saddlebrook for the Light and Lively event where the final 4 of the best doubles players in the world fought it out. Larisa Neiland and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario up against Gigi Fernandez and Natalia Zvereva in a match producing some spectacular tennis. Power play from Fernandez and Zvereva paying off that time, but not always. This is Gigi's answer to the aggressive Sanchez Vicario return. An unusual tactic maybe, but doubles is all about tactics these days. The net players dominate the points, so the challenge is to find a way to force them back or create an opportunity to pass. The volley from Zvereva was not angled enough, setting up the deadly two-hander. Sanchez Vicario and Neiland may not be a regular combination on the tour, but they work well together, always watching and covering for each other against tough opposition. Tennis is considered an individual sport, but doubles is all about communication and teamwork. For example, Fernandez with a delicate volley sets up the easy kill for her partner. Fernandez and Zvereva are the most successful team on tour. Their strategy is always to take over the net position and dominate opponents. It's usually successful, but not always. The short ball punished, but it was only a brief fight back. Fernandez and Zvereva always had control of the match, and Gigi, as ever, wanted to finish off in style. Straight sets and straightforward for the world's top team. Next, onto the clay courts of Hilton Head, South Carolina, for the Family Circle Cup, where the top two seeds battled it out in the final. Steffi Graf was looking for revenge after losing the Lipton title to the effervescent Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. Steffi knew she was in for a tough time. The all-court style of Sanchez Vicario paid off early, much to the delight of her new coach, Carlos Kiermaier. The Spaniard's tactic against Graf are always to mix up the pace and spin as she tries to break up her opponent's rhythm. Warning signs for Graf as the tactics seemed to pay off, but Steffi began to read the points better and use her speed and accuracy to turn the match around. The crowd knew they had a real fight in their hands as the two players fought for the first set. But Graf had the added power, and the big forehand started to dominate. Graf took the first set, but then drama unfolded. She took an injury timeout to heavily strap her knee. Sanchez Vicario just had to sit and wait. As play got underway again, the injury seemed to have little effect on Graf's form. Graf on fire as she took command of the match against a player who never regained her form after the long, cold wait. Soon, Steffi had match point. Another impeccable performance from Steffi Graf, winning her second title of 1993 and her 71st career singles title, and still just 23. Now for a look at this month's Kraft Tour points. Mixed results for Jennifer Capriati, who remains at number 9. A bad start to the season for Mary Jo Fernandez, who drops from 4 to number 7. In the top 5, Martina Navratilova drops down 2 spots. Gabriela Sabatini's up 3. Monica Seles was knocked down to 3rd place after a successful month on the tour by Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. But still top of the class, Steffi Graf. And in doubles, Lori McNeil and Renee Stubbs drop a place to 5 and are replaced by Hetherington and Rinaldi. The top 3 remain the same, which means Gigi Fernandez and Natalia Zvereva are still up there at number 1. Just ahead, Betsy Nagelsen with the Nagelsen know-how, with a chance for you to improve your net game in doubles. And also, we'll find out how the players are giving back to the game.
Hey, can we add some wow to your water? Crystal Light. You tried it? Go on, try it. That's pink grapefruit. Now try lemon lime. Pretty wild, huh? Okay, how about fruit punch? And there's only 5 calories a glass. So turn your water into wow with Crystal Light.
That's new. Brand new. Big news from Certs. A new breath mint with extra mint for extra cool, fresh flavor. Go out and pick up a roll.
Yeah, start with this one.
Try new extra flavor Certs with Retsin. The new way to be certain with Certs.
New BioGuard Smart Sticks last up to twice as long as ordinary chlorine. Clear enough? Relax. Bring your pool to BioGuard.
The NHL is playing for keeps. Watch the Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN with a hot, delicious Domino's pizza. And oh yeah, get a comfortable seat. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight in a living room near you on ESPN.
Welcome back. Betsy Nagelsen has won 21 career doubles titles in her 20-year professional career. Here's Betsy now with the Nagelsen know-how on how to approach the net in doubles.
Welcome to the Kapalua Tennis Club at Kapalua, Maui. In doubles, the best place to be as a team is at the net. And when you're serving, you have the first chance to get there. I think you'll find your opponents a little bit intimidated when they see you there. It doesn't matter what level tennis you play, you have to be aggressive. Here's what you'll find when you get to the net. Number 1, you'll find better angles to beat your opponents with volleys. They just won't be able to react. Number 2, you'll find that you're hitting volleys that are chest high. Even I can put those away. Number 3, you're forcing your opponents to beat you with passing shots. Even the great players make errors when they're forced to hit winners. That's why on TV we keep a stat called unforced errors. And number 4, it's just fun to end a point at the net. Occasionally, you're going to get beat with a great passing shot, but that's okay. In doubles, I always like my chances at the net. That's the winning position.
Player who makes a difference award. Please welcome Zina Garrison.
It was her work for charities like the American Cancer Society, the Just Say No Foundation, and the Special Olympics, which earned Zina Garrison Jackson the first ever Player Who Makes a Difference award. The award includes a donation of $20,000 to the charity of the player's choice. Following in Zina's footsteps was this year's award winner, Martina Navratilova.
Hopefully I've made a difference in some of these charities, especially the smaller ones, you know, where maybe they have a $10,000 budget for the whole year. Then you give them $1,000, and there's 10% of their budget, and they're just, you know, doing somersaults thanking you. I try to choose things that just hit home for me, that, you know, tug at my heartstrings for whatever reason.
The charities that hit home for Navratilova include the Grassroots Experience, a charity that gives inner-city kids a chance to go to places they wouldn't normally visit. Navratilova also supports the Make-A-Wish Foundation for terminally ill children and AIDS-related charities such as In God We Trust and the Arthur Ashe Foundation for the Defeat of AIDS. Navratilova actively promotes the aims of these charities, even if that just means getting her fellow competitors to wear the AIDS awareness ribbons.
Just being aware of what the AIDS ribbon is all about. You know, that's what you're trying to make people recognize what's happening. And anytime you can improve somebody's education, it doesn't matter if there's a big diamond in the middle, you know, as long as they get the message.
Navratilova is among a whole host of star names supporting the Arthur Ashe Foundation for the Defeat of AIDS. Indeed, most of the players on the tour help promote the cause both on and off the court. Off court, there are tennis clinics and personal appearances. And on court, the wearing of red ribbons or badges increases public awareness of AIDS and the steps that need to be taken to combat the disease. The Women's Tennis Association's official charity is Special Olympics International, which aims to promote tennis amongst the Special Olympians in a direct way. The international nature of today's tour is well suited to the universal needs of the Special Olympians. For example, when the tour is in French-speaking Montreal, the WTA can call upon France's experienced professional, Pascal Paradis-Magnon, to direct the clinic and make sure nothing is lost in translation. And when the tour is in Australia, Manuela Maleeva-Fragniere and Sandy Collins ensure the Australian Special Olympians easily understand the tennis tips.
You're swinging too early. Okay, ready? Okay, that's better. All right, good job. What's the book?
The second aim of the players in assisting the Special Olympians is to raise money for local chapters of the Special Olympics. In Melbourne this year, a unique tournament was held. Party guests were invited to play short tennis against their favorite players, and some brave revelers chose to take on Arantxa Sanchez Vicario and Pam Shriver. The annual awards gala held during the U.S. Open raises funds for the New York chapter of the Special Olympics and traditionally receives strong support. And again on court, the players raise money by serving aces. Every month, the rental agency budget donates money to the charity in the name of the player who has served the most aces that month. Last year, the overall winner was Steffi Graf. Fans also help in raising funds. In Britain last year, a sponsor donated money raised through selling coffee at British tournaments to local charities. In the words of the player who made a difference, charity is not just about giving. It's about a change of attitude, a chance for everyone to get involved.
It's important for people to realize that everybody can make a difference, and there's a saying, think globally, but act locally. People think, oh, if I don't vote, it doesn't make any difference. If I don't recycle, it doesn't make any difference. If I, whatever they do, it makes a difference.
Coming up next month, we'll follow the tour through the red clay of Europe, from Spain to Germany to Italy. We'll have all the highlights and results and all the changes in the Kraft Tour points. See you next time for the Kraft Tour Tennis Magazine. Kraft Tour Tennis Magazine has been brought to you by New Capio Iced Cappuccino from Maxwell House. The thrill is the chill. Welcome to the Kraft Tour Tennis Magazine. I'm Bruce Beck. On this month's show, we spend time with Belgium's own Sabine Appelmans. We'll also take a look at the latest tournament results and the changes in the rankings. Also, Betsy Nagelsen with the Nagelsen Know-How, a tip for your doubles play. And we'll take a look at Asian tennis and find out who are some of the bright young stars in the Far East. But coming up first, one of the most frightening moments in the history of tennis, the stabbing of Monica Seles. We'll take a look back at the incident and talk about security in tennis in the future. Kraft Tour Tennis Magazine is brought to you by New Capio Iced Cappuccino from Maxwell House. The thrill is the chill.
Introducing Capio Iced